Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. And this morning, it's all about the purpose of the pressure in your life. How are you dealing with stress? How are you dealing with stress? What is the purpose of the pressure in everybody has pressure every now and then. And you know that thing that we say, pressure bursts the pipe. Well, before it bursts you, before it can I just change my language a little bit, before it busts you wide open. How about this? Let's find the purpose behind the pressure, and then we can understand what's going on and how to get rid of that stress. I don't know about you, but every now and then life hands us off some stress. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the chat area. Just glad to see everybody on this morning. You know what? On yesterday, the storm wasn't as bad as everybody said it was going to be. In some respects, so you know what? Maybe we should have had church in the sanctuary and everything. But then again, maybe not. But at the end of the day, you want to go and check out that word that I did teach online yesterday. Word on Wednesday. Word on Wednesday was online, so you need to check it out. But let me check out a few folk that are joining us this morning with the Manna fam. Is how do I deal with stress? Anybody out there have any stress? Had any stress? If so, put it in the chat area. The text, the talk, the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. We're not there yet. Got to greet some folk though. Let's do that. Good morning, Arlene. How are you? You mean Arlene? You beat Ramona? You were on before. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Good morning, Ramona. How are you on this morning? Carolyn, how are you on this morning? Angela, how are you on this morning? Deacon Joe, how are you on this morning? Brother Nesbitt, how are you? Vicky, how are you? Minister Sent, how are you? Pamela, how are you on this morning? Cece, how are you doing on this morning? Lydia, how are you this morning? Joyelle, how are you? Good morning, Brenda, how are you? Brother Pope, how are you? How are you all doing on this morning? This morning, if you're just joining us, it's all about how do I deal with stress? How do I understand the purpose of the pressure that comes my way? We all have it. We all have it. Good morning, Laura. How are you on this morning? Elder Mobley, how are you? Samar, how are you on this morning? Anne, how are you on this morning? Vaughn, how are you on this morning? Verena, how are you on this morning? Denise, how are you on this morning? Uh, Here we go. Dawn, how are you? Uh, Elder Mobley, let me get some more. Elder Jan, how are you? Fawn, how are you? Kaminsky, I hope I'm saying that right on there. Let me get down here and greet some more folk on this morning. This morning, good morning, Shadril. How are you from Pakistan? How are you doing? Uh, well, I know. Well, I know. Let me get down here. Good morning. Good morning, Cynthia. How are you? Yolanda, how are you? You know, Yolanda ran for mayor in Lebanon on Tuesday. On Tuesday. And did not win, came in third, but gave up her seat to another African American on the council. But just want to shout you out, Yolanda. Just want to shout you out for engaging the community, engaging what's going on in the community. Because, you know, we can sit back and complain, but don't step forward. And you step forward and have made some changes prior to, and know that God still has things for you. God still has some things for you. Good morning, Peggy. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Jacqueline. How are you on this morning? Look, let's get with it. Let's get with it. How many of you, put it in the chat area, how many of you have ever felt like you've been under pressure, stress? How many of you? You know what, man, dealing with this, that, and the other, pressure. Well, there's a purpose behind the pressure. There is a reason behind the stress. What am I going to do with it? The text to talk, the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. Here we go. The text is First Peter 5 7. 1 Peter 5 7, the NIV translation. You know it. Hear it again for the first time. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Because he cares for you. You ever went to bed with something on your mind, dreamed about it, then woke up still with it? What do you do with it? Stress ain't new. From Moses carrying the weight of a complaining crowd in the wilderness to Jesus sweating blood in Gethsemane, the Bible is full of high pressure moments. But the difference between collapsing and conquering is where you cast your cares. Are you going to collapse or are you going to conquer? Peter, who once denied Jesus under pressure, learned the secret. Release the weight before it crushes you. Here's the Greek word. The Greek word for cast in that text, as it is used there, means a sudden throwing off, not just a gentle handing off. It's a full-on, God, take it. Take this. I can't take it anymore. That's what it is. Stress becomes deadly when we carry it when we were never built to hold it. It was never meant for you to hold on to it. You weren't created to carry stress. You were created to cast it off. You know, this verse just isn't talking about, all right, you know what, you can tolerate it. The word cares means this. The word cares means this, that God literally is engaged with you. He's engaged with you. God is right there with you, waiting to pick it up off of you. But you got to cast it. You got to do it yourself. You can't keep walking around with it. 3 things I want you to grab out of this text. The first thing is this. You're not weak because you feel stress. You're wise when you hand it off. You're not weak when you feel stress. You're wise when you hand it off. Second thing that I want you to grab with respect to what do I do? What is the purpose of this stress? The purpose of the pressure? God's hands are stronger than your shoulders. Hand it off. God's hands are stronger than your shoulders. Hand it off. Here's the third thing I want you to grab out of this, and that is sometimes your peace is one prayer away from the pressure of release. Your peace is one prayer away from the pressure being released. So, what's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this. Stress loses power when it is handed to the one who's all powerful. Stress loses power when it is handed off to the one who's all powerful. The purpose of it is to push you in to his hands. The purpose of stress is to push you in to his hands, not for you to carry it. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. And let's have a peaceful day, a stressless day, and a day without the pressure. Share the manna. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I'll see you in the morning with more morning manna. God bless you. Bye now.